I hope you'll put down what you've got going on and ride along with me through an interesting journey, with this video being comprised of clips that were all recorded in one of the most amazing places that I've been to in my life, the Big Bend National Park. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you travel along with me to see some of these interesting sights. Like, what is this? I have no idea what this is. But today we're going to explore an undiscovered cave, or at least previously undiscovered by me. And while we're at it, we're going to see any of the wildlife that we see along the way, like these quail, these scaled quail here. All right, so you can see a hole kind of right on that rock right here. But what you possibly can't see, there's a more gnarly hole up here. It looks partly doable, but it's more of a scramble than you would think. Well, there are definitely some signs of life up here, and I've almost made it. I'll show you the entrance when I get far enough to show that in the view. Just to put it in perspective, I came from down there somewhere. This is probably the most elevation I've gained to get to a natural opening like what you see over my shoulder over here. I'm gonna go check it out and see what's in there. Sometimes on YouTube I watch this guy called Desert Drifter. He talks about how perilous it is to get to some of the places he went to. This was pretty challenging, and I'm just wearing sandals as usual. Check it out. So it was challenging, but with sandals, you just watch your step a lot more closely. Anyway, I'm gonna hang out in the shade and cool off a little bit before recomposing and heading back down. Aside from the scaled quail, this beautiful wren was one of the only other creatures that I was able to witness while I was on this desert trek. Usually there'll be a whole lot more wildlife. Times have been kind of challenging for everything out there as of late, though. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I try to make it to places where the typical traveler isn't going to explore. I do that for the purpose of spotting animals in whatever condition they're in, but more and more frequently, this is the kind of stuff that I'm finding. Not sure if you could see in the video, but parts of the balloon were starting to fall off. More and more microplastics being introduced to our environments. And at what cost? Was it to tell someone you loved them? Happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, something like that. If you look closely, you'll see debris from the balloon scattered all over this otherwise pristine desert. On a completely different hike, but on exactly the same day as we found the other balloon, we found, you guessed it, another balloon. Let's see if I can get this. This balloon was a little bit more recent and has yet to begin to deteriorate. It's a boy. I struggled momentarily to decide whether or not to include this type of content from this journey in this clip. So obviously I did include it, but let's get back to our previous hike. I could see a lot of evidence of animals using that shelter up there, but not a whole lot of evidence of humans having occupied that rock shelter. It also looks like maybe it just has naturally started collapsing from the ceiling, and that's what caused the opening. Maybe that even happened more recently. But on the same note, there was that little pile of rocks right at the entrance that looks like it was piled up almost purposefully. Like maybe people did stay there at some point in time in the past. Whatever might have happened in the past, in the current, you can see evidence that something is occupying this area pretty regularly. It seems like a great place to take shelter from the sometimes unbearable heat. So that was one of the more steep and challenging climbs I've done yet. A little bit precarious. I'm almost back at the level ground area. But before I go back to the bottom of where I started, I might as well check out this opening over my shoulder as well. Much easier to get to, but not quite as large as the other one. So now that I've checked those out, I'm gonna head back towards the vehicle, and maybe I'll check out a few of the highlights that I missed along the way, that I put off in the event that it took so much energy that it would have kept me from getting up there. So I'm pretty much tapped out for today. But again, if there's anything I passed that's on the way back, I'm gonna check it out. So you can for sure tell this was stacked by people, person, something. Here's some more on the other side. Little rock shelter of some sort. Wasn't able to tell earlier if some of this was rock art or not. I'm still not able to tell. I could, however, tell that this was our collective art. All of this, whether we be consumer or producer, is something that we are actively participating in and waiting for some so-called leader to advise us about. In some Megadeth song, I heard something about business having lies, and it's funny that usually lies are displayed in our artwork. Like for an example, in this case, it says same taste, same amount of less waste. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Wouldn't it be amazing if we could just change our tune, pivot, and make a collective effort to help one another to achieve something new in this world? I wonder how we would do it. I wonder if we would smile as we were doing these things together. Where did we go today? And did we have a say? Maybe we all can choose. Maybe no one would lose. After the fires burned out, will we still feel the doubt? Can you still hear me there? I'll whisper through your hair. I walked into the woods. I thought of all the shoulds, but then you met me there. I'll whisper through the air. We walked along in peace. You put my mind at ease. And on the trail we share, I'll whisper through the stair. Where did we go today? And did we have a say? Maybe we all can choose. Maybe no one would lose. Thank you.